with your dad. Your hand is in front of the camera.
No, it's not.
How could it not be? I see fingers in front of the
There's
lenses.
nothing in front of the camera.
Well, welcome to Cooking with Your Dad anyway. Let's talk about the oven. So your oven might look different than mine. Again, your hand is in front of the, how could it possibly?
It's not.
Okay. Your oven might look different than mine, but at its heart, an oven does basically two things. You can heat from below, you can heat from above. Heating from below, that's usually like baking. Heating from above, that's usually like broiling. So we're gonna try to cook some chicken. And for that, we wanna kind of throw a little heat on it. We wanna get a little bit of a golden brown on top. So we're gonna heat from above, which means in your own settings, you're gonna look for something that sounds like broil. Mine, I've got maxi broil and broil. I'm just gonna go broil.
No maxi about it.
No one wants me to close the door. And then we're gonna set the temperature. We don't want 500, that's a little intense for cooking chicken. We want it to cook all the way through. So let's say like 425. That'll work. And we're gonna say, okay, we're gonna let that warm up. Come fully to the temperature it's gonna be. Okay, let's talk about pans. We're cooking in the oven here. And sometimes it's nice to cook in the oven instead of on the stove top, 'cause it's just easier to clean up. But, well, you might notice we have two different sets of pans. A pan and a pan. This pan's seen better days. Got burn marks on it and stuff. It's great for cooking protein. This pan is a cookie pan. Use that for cookies.
She probably only has one pan.
Well, get another pan. It probably costs like $1. You can go to any old store, clean it off, you're good to go. It's a dry pan. We're gonna put our protein on here and put it in the oven once the oven warms up. But to do that, we want something on here so it doesn't stick. There's a couple different ways you can approach that. Your mom likes to use these sprays. They got like an olive oil spray. So, you know, you can spray that on there. Not too thick, but just a little something, something. I don't really do the spray too much because I figure why have something else you don't need.
He's doing half and half.
Just throw a little bit of oil on there, like that. And then I just kind of like let it move around a bit so you get some coverage. And when I get to putting the chicken on there, I might do a little zoop zoop just to make sure that it's not sitting on the dry parts. Let's talk about chicken. This is chicken breasts. These happen to be boneless and skinless. Now, you have choices to make. You don't have to do any of this. You can just buy a bag of cooked chicken and it'll be bland but fine. You can save all these steps and just do what you want.
Seems like a good idea.
You can, probably a good idea, but as you get going, you can buy chicken tenders where these have already been cut up, so they're kind of smaller. But in this case, we've got two boobs, and we're gonna need to make these a little bit less thick. They're real thick. So I could cook these two different ways. I'll show you both. So the one is I could turn them into tenders, and you'll see like it kind of naturally wants to come apart in a couple different ways. So this guy wants to come off, cook him like that. Now that's kind of a chicken piece. Put him here. Remember, we're trying to get that oil moved around so it doesn't stick. And then I'll just kind of come along and cut these into strips that fit. And I feel like we might have done this when we made chicken tikka a little bit. And you were like, wow, that's hella gross.
Yeah.
So there's that. The other way you can deal with a chicken breast is what's called butterflying it. And that is where
just like
you kind of come along. I'm like, what is that? Centimeter above the cutting board. And I'm cutting parallel to the cutting board and not all the way through. And now I end up with a big flatter piece.
Could you make that like schnitzel with that?
Yes. And so to make a schnitzel, you would take this and you would pound it down. You put some saran wrap over it and pound it down and get it even thin. Now, this hand has touched the chicken. This hand has not. You're being thoughtful about that. Second step, you're going to season with some salt. I'm going to flip it. Season with some salt again. Probably more salt than you think. Now, I'm gonna throw away my chicken stuff. I'm gonna wash my hands, making sure that I'm thoughtful about what I touch with my chickeny hands. I'm going to take my cutting board. I'm going to wash it as well. I'm taking the chicken pieces off of it as much as I can before I get out my brush. I don't want to leave a bunch of chicken chunks on my brush. I'm going to use soap liberally. I'm looking at it. Am I leaving anything on there? No, I'm not. Great. Take my knife. Plenty of water. No chicken chunks on my sponge. My hands are clean. I've processed chicken. The only thing left to do is hit it with some pepper. And then whatever spices you're kind of shooting for. Like if you're doing Indian, you already know how to do that. This is for chicken salad. So I'm going to just throw a little Italian herbs on there. Not too much because Mom doesn't want crazy flavors. And this, once the oven gets up to temperature, is ready to go in. In the chicken goes. I do not put it up here on the top rack because it'll burn before it gets cooked in the middle. So I'm putting it right down there, lower third of the oven, with the heat coming from the top. And put it in there, and we'll check it in like 7 to 10 minutes. Okay, let's check our chicken. It's been, 7 minutes maybe, not even that long. I want to see if it's done. Now, if you do this a lot, you'll get to just kind of know it, but there's also no reason that we can't use our thermometer. So we'll open this up. We're going to not burn ourselves. Come on out. I can see it's starting to look pretty good. When I put that in the middle part, I get to 144. Find the thickest piece. I'm trying to get this end kind of into the middle. 144. We want that to read 160. So this still has a little bit to go. We'll check on it in another few minutes. Okay, it's been a couple minutes. I emptied the dishwasher. And let's check our chicken again. Right in the deepest part. Ooh, 170, that's good. 164, 163. Yeah, you're looking for 165. But it will continue to warm up a little after you take it out. So this is done. So we will pull it out of the oven and we're gonna let it sit here where it won't burn anybody for a few minutes. It's gotta sit after it comes out of the oven. Generally, better part of 10 minutes for every inch thick your protein is. This is an inch thick at best. So 7 to 10 minutes of just sitting here. We'll let it not only cool down so it doesn't burn whoever is dealing with it, but it also makes the juices kind of come back in so it doesn't get all dry. If you were to cut it now, it would just like fall apart in a dry mess. So this is letting it rest. We're also gonna wash off the end of our little probe thermometer here so it doesn't have chicken juice on it. Okay, we just loaded the dishwasher and our chicken's had a chance to sit here a bit. And I can touch it, I can rip it apart. It's like flaky. Delicious.